Hello friends, welcome back to AIAPGET 2020 video mock test series by Friend of Health. This is a simulation of the real exam screen which you are going to face for 2 hours on the real exam day. So mostly as per now, September 28th will be the exam from 10 AM to 12 PM. So you will be facing this exam screen which we are going to simulate in this video mock test series for 2 hours. So we believe that these previous questions which are mostly repeated in various competitive examinations in homeopathy will help you to get to know more topics and more areas, and also at the same time you will get to know, or you will be more relaxed by seeing this screen through our videos, and you can face the exam with much more confidence. This is the 8th episode, and those who have missed the previous 7 episodes, please go through them and share with your friends so that they can also get benefited. In this episode, 10 questions from Materia Medica will be discussed. Various patterns of Materia Medica questions and repeatedly asked questions are discussed. Try to answer the questions in comment box or in a paper. So we'll move on to the questions. First question. In Allen's keynotes, fissures of nipples in nursing women is seen in all of the following medicines except graphitis, sepia, retania, petroleum. Aggravation from eating fruit is seen in Kali sulfuricum, dulcamara, mesothelium, Sambucus nigra. Third question. Piles swollen most severe when sitting is a symptom of Thuja occidentalis, arsenic album, lachesis, ignatia amara. Convulsions during dentition with pale face, no heat and no increase in temperature is observed in Sarsaparilla, Hypericum maculatum, Alumina, Zingum metallicum. Fifth question. A 25 years old male patient complains of hoarse, croupy voice with much swelling and tenderness in neck and throat. Pain in swallowing extends to ears. On examination, tongue of the patient was dry and brown. Out of the following, which will be the most indicated medicine in this case? Mercurius solubilis, Ailanthus glandulosa, Sambucus nigra, Hepar sulph. Sixth question. Snow rose is a common name of Gelsemium, Cicuta virosa, Dulcamara, Helleborus. Inflammation with plastic exudates is seen in Mercurius cyanatus, Mercurius dulcis, Mercurius corrosivus, Mercurius iodatus flavus. Extensor type of cramps with cold extremities in cholera is seen in Cuprum metallicum, Caecile core, Plumbum metallicum, Veratrum album. Who is the prover of medicine Crotalus horridus? Hahnemann, Herring, Tyler, J.T. Kent. Last question. Breathlessness is worse from sitting up and in open air, and better by lying down with keeping arms spread wide apart is seen in Pothos, Natrum sulph, Sorinum, sulfur. So thus we are completing the 10 questions of today, and you can see on the screen the question answer palette, the various options under the question, the save and next, save and mark for review, clear response, mark for review and next, submit button, next and previous or back button, and the changes in the question palette, the various like changes which will happen, the timer. So these will be the screen, and we have given a mock test, the real mock test in NTA website, how you can take that. As of now there are no questions, model questions there in the website of NTA. You can like get to know the options, various options, and see the changes in the question answer palette. We'll give the link for that video, that mock test, how to do that mock test video, description box below, so that you can try that once. Now we will discuss the answer key in detail. So don't skip this part, because we'll be discussing more and more related questions and the patterns. So especially for the people who are preparing for the UPSC exams and next year AIAPGET, that is AIAPGET 2021, you must go through this video without skipping, because you will get to know how to prepare Materia Medica from Allen's keynotes and Boric, and also we will be discussing about the dictionary of practical Materia Medica by Clark, and also by hearing the guiding symptoms. We will be showing the pages of that Materia Medica. So we will go to the first question. In Allen's keynotes, fissures of nipples in nursing women is seen in all of the following medicines except. So someone who have not read this exact line from the Allen's keynote, or not by hearted, or not gone through these brackets or that kind of a pattern, they cannot write with a mere guessing. So mostly there are chances that they'll make a wrong answer, because all are close running remedies. So if you have not studied Allen's keynote properly, you cannot make the correct answer. So here except, it is an except question. So answer is petroleum, and we'll see the symptom in the Allen's keynote. Retania peruviana. Retani is the common name, polygalaceae is the family name, and you can see here fissures of nipples in nursing women. Fissures of nipples in women, nursing women. This is our question. So Retania obviously, and graphitis and sepia. So if someone thinking that fissures, cracks goes for petroleum and opt for an option like sepia, they may go wrong. So this is a very tricky question, and this is the line. So in a rearranged Materia Medica like mouth, gastrointestinal, female reproductive relation, etc., the rearranged one, it is easy to find out this symptom. It stands out separately. But in the old pattern Materia Medica, whoever is using the Allen's keynote in old pattern printing, there won't be any arrangement. Everything will be mixed up. So somewhere this symptom will be laying down like fissures of nipples in nursing women. But the important thing is, I have already told about the golden rule of MCQ making. Whenever there are 3 things or 4 things, like in a bracket 2 more things, including this remedy, there is a chance of making a question with the word except. So we have already seen in this question. So there they can just make another remedy which is not belong to this symptom, and they can make a question easily. So we have to expect questions from that, and whenever you are going through the lines, you should make your own MCQs, new MCQs in your mind, and go through. Answer is petroleum, because it doesn't cover the symptom. So fissures of nipples in nursing women, a repeatedly asked question. Retania, graphitis and sepia. The next question, aggravation after eating fruit is seen in, and it is a modality part question, aggravation. So again from Allen's keynote, Sambucus nigra. We'll go through the pages of Sambucus nigra. Very, very important common name, elder. Elder is a common name of Sambucus nigra. And Caprifoliaceae, another important question we can expect in a match the following. Sometimes they can give common names of the remedies, or they can give family names of the remedies. So Caprifoliaceae is a rare family, doesn't cover much of the drugs. So only Sambucus you can find Caprifoliaceae. So here Caprifoliaceae, Sambucus. Our question is about the aggravation. So aggravation during rest after eating fruit. So after eating fruit is our question, Sambucus nigra. Other things, if you see the relationship part and the modalities part, it is also very, very important in Sambucus. Follows well after opium in bad effects of fright, relieves ailments from abuse of arsenicum. These things are very, very interesting, because very close running symptoms are found in other remedies also, because they can confuse you. This particular symptom follows well after opium in bad effects of fright. They can give and they can ask options like belladonna, sanguinaria, staphysagria, like that they can give options. So answer is Sambucus. And here also relieves ailments from abuse of arsenicum. So that also is a very important symptom in the relationship part. So relationship part, modalities part, then the separate lines, small lines standing out in the Allen's keynote, just as we saw in the previous question, are very, very important. And third question, piles swollen, pain most severe when sitting is a symptom of thuja occidentalis. Answer is thuja occidentalis. So you can see the changes happening in the question answer palette, in the timer. That is the sole aim of this series, video mock test series, because you should know some previous questions. At the same time, you should know the exam screen. You should get familiarized with the exam screen. So those students who are not taking any coaching, entrance coaching from any institutions or online, for them we believe that this is going to help them very much. So thuja occidentalis, you can see in the gastrointestinal system, piles swollen, pain most severe when sitting. So this is an extra line or separate line which is not related to any other symptoms or lines. It is standing out. So it is very, very potentially a chance of asking question is very much more. So piles swollen, pain most severe when sitting. Thuja occidentalis, tree of life, white cedar, coniferae. So these things you can just go through whenever you read a remedy or work out a question paper MCQ. You just read the family name and common name, so that it will be a revision for you and you will never forget. The fourth question, convulsions during dentition with pale face, no heat and no increase in temperature is observed in. So this is a question where you need to study this kind of questions with comparing the remedies in bracket again. So no increase in temperature goes to Zingum metallicum. So if you see the Allen's keynote, Zingum metallicum, zinc the element. So you can see here convulsions during dentition with pale face, no heat, except perhaps in occiput, no increase in temperature. So in reverse of bell you can see in Zingum met. So in belladonna there will be increase in temperature. In Zingum met, no increase in temperature, no heat. So this is the thing, and many other symptoms. See here, apocyanum, bryonia, helleborus, automatic motion of hands and head, or one hand and head. So these kind of 1, 2, 3 and 4. Whenever there is a chance of 4 things or 3 things, I have already mentioned here also cuprum, met, sulfur and tuberculinum for vis medicatrix, where the vis medicatrix nature is too weak to develop exanthemata. This I am repeating again because you should know the pattern, how the questions will be framed. So they can make an accept question from these kind of 3 or 4 remedies appearing in the bracket. Again, twitching and jerking of single muscles, agaricus, echinacea and Zingum. And also you have to visit that remedies which are given in the bracket then and there. Because sometimes what will happen is in Zingum met under this symptom only 3 remedies may be compared. But when you go to bryonia or helleborus or apocyanum, there may be 4 or 5 remedies. So a new remedy may be there which is not appeared here. So you have to come back and write here, enter that here, so that whenever you study, like complete the point, complete or fill the point, whatever you get in the Allen's keynote, there itself you can write down. So these are the very important things while preparing Allen's keynote. The fifth question, Boric question, a question from Boric. A 25 years old male patient complains of holes. From here it starts. So the symptoms of the patient is a young patient, hoarse, croupy voice with much swelling and tenderness in neck and throat. So again, next symptom, swelling and tenderness in neck and throat. Pain in swallowing extend to ears. And on examination, tongue of the patient was dry and brown. Out of the following, which will be the most indicated medicine in this case? So answer is Ailanthus glandulosa. If you see the Boric's Materia Medica, you can see the common name Chinese sumac. We have already covered 100 Boric medicines in our series 10 in 1 from Boric, cherry picked by Friend of Health, because it is a very interesting or important collection of 100 remedies cherry picked by Friend of Health. It's not just like some remedies randomly selected. They are selected by consulting the old or previous question papers, and also from our notes which we have attended a lot of national seminars. So in national seminars, whenever it was confirmed in clinical usage, we have noted down. So those remedies which we have discussed is equally benefited for the doctors who are preparing for PG entrance or UPSC, and also in the clinical practice. Once you become a PG or a UPSC medical officer or a state PSC medical officer, you will have to sit in the clinic. That time it will come for handy, like it will help you in prescribing, making wonderful prescriptions. So those 100 remedies, the playlist link will be given in the description box below, so you can go through that playlist. If you have not taken down, write down them, or do multiple revisions with that 100 drugs, so that you can you will never miss the 100 remedies, and any question from Boric you can conquer that. So ailanthus glandulosa, Chinese sumac, we have already discussed in that series. So again I will tell you, our question was about throat. So the throat symptoms, if you see, much swelling internal and external, then neck tender and swollen, hoarse, croupy voice, tongue dry and brown, pain in swallowing extends to the ears. So everything is here in the throat symptoms of ailanthus glandulosa, and the question's answer is ailanthus glandulosa. So the sixth question, snow-rose. Snow-rose is a common name of, so answer is Helleborus. So if you see Allen's keynote, you will get a confusion. Helleborus niger ranunculaceae family, the common name given in Allen's keynote is Christmas rose, and snow rose is the common name of rhododendron chrysanthemum according to Allen's keynote. Ericaceae family, rhododendron, snow rose. So if you see Boric, you can see that Helleborus and also rhododendron, Boric says common name is snow rose. Snow rose is the common name of Helleborus and rhododendron according to William Boric's Materia Medica. But if you see Dictionary of Practical Materia Medica by John Henry Clark, I have already mentioned in the video about the Allen's keynote, how to study Allen's keynote in 44 days. I have made a video on that. So in that we have already told, whenever you study Allen's keynote, you have to read that remedy introduction part of Boric, and also the introduction part of Dictionary of Practical Materia Medica by John Henry Clark, because that gives you more information regarding the common names and the family, and also the parts used. So many a times question from pharmacy part will come regarding the part used of some remedies. So here we'll compare the Helleborus and rhododendron from Practical Materia Medica, Dictionary of Practical Materia Medica by J.H. Clark. So here Helleborus, black hellebore, the common name given by J.H. Clark for Helleborus is black hellebore, and also Christmas rose. And the family is Ranunculaceae. Part used, tincture or dry, tincture of dry powdered root, juice of fresh root mixed with equal parts of alcohol. And also here rhododendron, if you see the common name is rhododendron chrysanthemum, Siberian rhododendron, yellow snow rose. So yellow snow rose you can see, and natural order or family is Ericaceae, and tincture of fresh leaves is used. Rhododendron fresh leaves, and Helleborus tincture of the dry powdered root, also juice of fresh root mixed with equal parts of alcohol. Next, if you see the source book of Allen's keynote, the guiding symptoms of our Materia Medica, guiding symptoms of our Materia Medica by Constantine Herring, if you see the common name of Helleborus is given as Christmas rose, black hellebore. So you can see in Allen's keynote also Christmas rose, Helleborus. And if you see rhododendron, the common name given is yellow snow rose and Ericaceae family. So these are the chapters or the headings in Constantine Herring's guiding symptoms, Materia Medica under rhododendron, mind, sensorium, inner head, outer head, sight and eyes. So in an anatomical schema till relationship, stage of life, constitution, etc. So it's a wonderful Materia Medica. If you have time, you can go through and you can see the lines which are appearing in the Allen's keynote in these guiding symptoms, as this is the source book of Allen's keynote. We'll move on to the next question, the seventh question, inflammation with plastic exudates. The answer is Mercurius dulcis. Mercurius dulcis. And if you see Boric's Materia Medica, the exact line, inflammation with plastic exudate. Inflammation with plastic exudate. Again a symptom, you can see here, especially indicated in systems disposed to remittent bilious fevers in peritonitis and meningitis with plastic exudate. So plastic exudate, an interesting symptom you can see in Mercurius dulcis. Calomel is the common name. So you can read the other mercury group remedies from Boric and Allen's keynote together, so that you can see some interesting symptoms. So inflammation with plastic exudate, peritonitis and meningitis with plastic exudate. This is our question, Mercurius dulcis. Don't forget this, very important point. extensor type of cramps with cold extremities in cholera is seen in. So three things: cholera, cold extremities, cramps, extensor type of cramps. So this is these symptoms are belonging to CKL core. You may not see the exact line in Allen's keynote or Boric Materia Medica. So we have consulted the John Henry Clark's Practical Materia Dictionary of Practical Materia Medica again. So here you can see CKL cornutum, spurred rye, ergot of rye, and the part used. And one important thing is like claviceps purpurea, fungus claviceps purpurea. So the black horn-like spur into which the grains of rye are changed by the fungus claviceps purpurea. So tincture of the fresh spurs collected just before the harvest is used, CKL core. So if you see here, in cholera cases calling for CKL, the patient is cold, almost pulseless. There are spasmodic twitchings of muscles in various parts. That is one symptom. And if you see the generalities, you can see tonic spasms of all extensors. So that's why the answer is CKL cornutum, extensor type of cramps, and cold extremities, and cholera. So three things in the question belongs to CKL cornutum. And the ninth question: who is the prover of medicine Crotalus horridus? Answer is Herring. So you should know the remedies proved by Herring, Hahnemann, and J.T. Kent. So for like remembering the remedies proved by Hahnemann, what is the best way is, whenever you read Allen's keynote, try to remember the remedies proved by Hahnemann from Allen's keynote which you are studying, because Allen's keynote you will be reading multiple times, and whenever you read a remedy, you read the prover name and you read the common name and family name, and if possible you can read the interesting symptoms from that. So whenever you do revision, make a habit of that. And Herring and J.T. Kent, only few remedies they have proved, but they all are important. We'll try to do a video on the common names or the provers, important family names, etc. in Materia Medica towards the end of the like preparation days. Just before the AIAPGET 2020, we will do a revision video so that you will get to know the important aspects which you have to remember from the provers or common names and family. Breathlessness is worse from sitting up and in open air, and better by lying down with keeping arms spread wide apart is seen in. So this is a symptom from Allen's keynote. Answer is sorinum. And if you see the sorinum, a product of sora, anosode, asthma or dyspnea, aggravation in open air, sitting up, and amelioration by lying down and keeping arms stretched far apart, the reverse of arsenicum. That is given in the bracket. So soon after you see some like comparison, you have to go there and consult so that you can remember this easily and you can reproduce in the exam hall. We'll see the other options: ictodes fetida or pothos fetidus, skunk, cabbage, ictodes. So here, for asthmatic complaints, worse from inhaling any dust. And one interesting symptom is erratic spasmodic pain, will o' the wisp like character of its subjective symptoms, and its isometric property are special features, a quote by Samuel Jones. And Miller's asthma, ictodes fetida or pothos fetidus. Another very interesting symptom is asthma relieved by stool. So pothos, if it comes repeatedly, it comes like asthma relieved by stool. Pothos is the answer. And the next one in the option is natrum sulfuricum, Glauber's salt. Another important question: Glauber's salt, natrum sulfuricum. If you see the respiratory symptoms, asthma in children as a constitutional remedy. This is a very repeatedly asked question. Asthma in children as a constitutional remedy. And sulfur also given in the option. So here you can see pulse more rapid in morning than in evening. So pulse more rapid in morning than in the evening, and much rattling of mucus, difficult respiration once windows open. So interesting symptoms are there, like chest feels heavy, stitches with heart feeling too large and palpitating, pleuritic exudations. Use tinctura sulfuris. So these things are there. And the 10th question, we have seen sorinum, the changes in the question answer palette. So we believe that these are going to help you. Some questions may repeat as such in the coming exams. So we wish you all the best, and share our videos with your friends which can help them. And also, if you feel there are some suggestions or feedbacks, you can put it in the comment box. And also try to watch all our videos, because we are preparing them from our previous notes, and from the experience of other toppers in the previous year examinations. Once again, thank you for watching.